If you're looking for a simple way to add some oomph onto your outfit, stay with me and I'll show you how to make these beautiful headbands that you can literally pair with anything in just a few seconds. My name is Inchiwa. Don't go anywhere. I will be showing you how to make 2 headbands today, and for both you will need a headband, of course. The first one is called a knotted headband, and all you need is a scarf. Did I not tell you that's going to be easy? So you fold your scarf in half and then fold it like so. I chose the scarf because of the color. I feel like it will go with a lot of clothes in my wardrobe, and who wouldn't want that? So you fold your scarf like so, and then you knot it onto the headband. Very easy one single knot, nothing too complicated. And then you tuck in all the excess sides, so like that little end of the scarf showing, I don't want anybody to see it, so I tuck it in and I knot it. Try not to knot it too hard so that it looks a little big. The next thing is you are going to put the excess, like wrap the excess around the end of the band so that it looks proper. If you like, you can stitch it, but I wanted to be able to just wake up another morning and take my scarf and use it for something else, so I decided not to sew it. Next, I suggest you roll the end, the part I'm holding, you roll it to make like the end of the band so that it's secured. So you roll it like so, and then you stitch it. I told you I did not sew the inner side of my band, but you should definitely do that to secure yours if you want. So you just sew the end after rolling it to secure it, and that's basically it. I mean, this doesn't look properly done because it doesn't have to be properly done, that's all I'm saying. But it's just an easy way to you're wearing a t-shirt, you can just wear this and then done. You can wear it with dresses, you can wear whatever. It's a really dope accessory if you ask me, and I think you should try your hands on it. The next headband you're going to be making is called a padded headband. It will take a little more time than the first one, but it's also very easy. You need a scissors, some fabric. I'm using an old t-shirt, thread and needle, some foam, some stiff. I will show you why I need the foam and the stiff very soon, and then some glue. I ran out of hot glue gun, so I'm using this one I found at home. You can use any glue as long as it will hold. Then you will measure the length of the headband. I could have used a measuring tape, but obviously I didn't, but you should if you want. So I measured it and then it ended right here, and I'm going to fold my stiff over so that I have the exact length. And the reason I have the stiff is because I wanted to have a proper guideline before I cut out fabric that I'll be using for the headband. So as you can see, I'm drawing a line for the width, and the fabric is going to be a lot wider because it's going to be a padded headband. So I'm going to extend the line and make it as wide as I think it should be. Then I fold it to get the exact since it's the length of the headband, I want my fabric to be the exact length. Then I trace the outline to serve as a guide when I'm cutting my fabric. Then I cut out the shape. I think the shape will be perfect because the headband gets wide in the middle and then it tapers at the end. That's why the middle is a lot wider than the end. So I fold it over and cut it so that they're both equal on both sides. And then I'm going to use this shape that I've cut as a guide to cutting my fabric. As you can see, I split my t-shirt. It's not necessarily old, I just don't use it anymore. So I split it in half and then I'm cutting the outline using my guide that I just made. I also advise that you use a bigger outline if your fabric is not stretchy. Mine is a t-shirt, so it's kind of stretchy. Next, you're going to apply glue onto the headband. I bought this headband with this fabric already on it, and I didn't want to bother myself to take it off because I'm going to cover it anyway. So I just applied my glue directly. If it will bother you, take off any fabric that your headband may have come with. So I'm applying the glue on it, a generous amount, because we're going to attach an entire foam onto it. Next, you're going to cut your foam. I told you this will come in handy soon. And then divide it into two. Just use your discretion to get the size. I can't give you specific size to use. But yeah, then you attach the foam onto the headband. By now the glue would have settled and dried a bit, which is perfect. Then cut a piece of foam for that middle part. I'd advise that you attach some glue to both ends of the tip of the foam, if I'm making sense, so that it glues down nicely like this. Next, we are going to trim the foam so it begins to look like an actual headband. So you trim it at that tapering side, because that side of the headband is always slightly smaller than the middle. And then I'm just going to leave the middle like big like that, but the ends must definitely go down so it looks a lot realistic. And I'm doing just that now. Just shape it nicely till you're satisfied. Just don't overdo it, otherwise it will look not so well. But you can use this video as a guide and you can see how I do it. And then you take it down on that side as well, so that you have this shape. It's not perfect, but we can definitely work with this. Then we finally attach the fabric to the headband. I am very sure you have been waiting for this step for like ever. We're here now. So you attach it to one end and then nicely position the fabric to see if it fits. I may have gotten away with it because my fabric is a little stretchy, but if your fabric is not stretchy and your pattern was not big enough, then you will struggle at this point. So make sure you know the fabric you're working with. I realized the black thread wasn't working, so I changed it and I sewed it all the way down. Then you cut a piece of fabric for the ends, because the ends will be looking rough if you don't do this. So cut a little bit of fabric, roll it at the bottom, and then you stitch it nicely. Make sure that every raw edge is nicely tucked and nicely sewed down. If you have great hand stitching skills, this would be easy, but honestly speaking, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just make sure that it's nicely done and you're good to go. My tip for making this particular headband is that you take your time when you're sewing so that you don't have any rough, bad looking edges like I did. But aside that, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and please subscribe if you like more DIYs like this. And I'll see you in my next video. Also check out my Instagram, which I'll link below, to see how I style my headbands.